This was election week.
Wow, was it ever an interesting
It
election week too?
was a day. Municipal
Mhm.
elections were moved to 2025, as you guys have heard me say every week, basically,
Oh
off
yeah,
of the federal election cycle. So August 26th ended up being a big day. I know I'll show you where I was at Selma in the city council chambers. This is Ivy Harrison, the city clerk. So all the city clerks were very busy.
right.
She was reading off the results from one of the polling precincts there in the very beginning, because as you can see, the folks sitting at the table, they're the absentee ballot collectors. And so that's one of the early things they do when it first starts. They finished and moved on, and we're waiting on everything else coming out. And we do have that there were many runoffs out of the election. We're going to run down the elections in a second. But September 23rd, go back to the polls because there are runoffs in multiple communities. Selma definitely has a few, and we'll talk about that. But note that there is another runoff. It's not too late. So
We'll
I'm going
run
to
down the runoffs.
Yes, I'm going to share my screen. This is our election hub. We have, and Marion is on here. I think.
Yeah, it is.
So we had a roundup of all of the results. So let's talk about Selma first. As you know, there were eight candidates in the runoff in the running for mayor, and this one led to a runoff between Johnny Moss and Aaron Roper. And here is Johnny. So the mayor, James Perkins Jr., came in third. So he is out of the race and out of the office. So this is going to mean new territory for Selma. But they have Moss came in with the highest amount. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to look it up because make sure I'm right.
Yeah.
He had 35% of the vote, and Aaron Roper had 26%.
But neither one of them won by a 50% margin.
Right.
Which means there had to be a runoff.
Which means there has to be a runoff.
Yeah.
So that is Selma. There were also several other seats. There's a runoff in Ward 1, Troy Harville and Charles Bennett. Ward 2 was barely made it with 50.5%. Ward 3 was determined that night by 11 votes. Clay Carmichael got his seat.
And again, even though it was only 11 votes, he got it by more than 50%, so he took the position.
It was very, very close.
Yeah.
Ward 5 will have a runoff. Ward 6 will have a runoff.
Right.
Ward 7, Janie Thomas kept her seat with more than 50%. School board, Cicely Curtis won outright with 70%.
By the way, today is Janie Thomas's birthday, so happy birthday, Janie.
All right. District 3 got determined with 67% for Tammy Mall, and District 4 for city school board will be a runoff between Brittany Hauser and Tanya Miles. Tanya Miles is the incumbent. So busy for Selma, September 23rd.
Yeah.
Tell us about Uniontown.
Uniontown also will see a runoff in the mayor's seat. And city council districts 1 and 2. Portia Shepard led the race, 340 votes of the 650 that were cast. Ron Miller, the closest, who is the incumbent, got 142 votes. And of course, it went down from there. Geneva Watts, 87, Dan Moore, 51, and Calvin Jordan, 30 votes. Theodis Dudley won the District 4 seat outright, and let's see here, Kimberly Bell wins District 5, and there's going to be a runoff in District 1. LaVirgil Bell led with 73 votes, and Eddie M. Ward received 58 votes, so they'll be in a runoff. District 2, also a runoff. Sherman Norfleet and Dudley Long will both be in a runoff. Let's see here. It says that Norfolk got 56 and Long got 53 votes. So that will happen on the 23rd also. Marion, we got Marion as well. Marion Mayor Dexter Hinton, the incumbent, is going to face Travis Perkins, the challenger, in a runoff on the 23rd. Hinton got 488 votes. Perkins got 388 votes. So they only 100 votes separated them, but neither one got a clear majority. District 1, Jeremy Arrington won the seat with 167 votes to Janet Cole 65. And LaCroix unseated the incumbent Charles Sanders in District 3. She got 79 votes. Sanders got 56. District 4 incumbent Willie Jackson wins with 126 votes. Stanley Keene won District 5 with 155 votes. So that's how Uniontown and Marion fared. But again, we'll have a couple of council district runoff, but both Uniontown and Marion mayors, incumbents, and their challengers will be in a runoff on the 23rd.
Now, Demopolis has a runoff with its only seat that did not get decided with low participation, basically. But District 3 will have a runoff between the current councilman, David McCants, and Luke Hallmark, who was retired city superintendent, school superintendent. So, and this was determined by 84 votes to 57 votes. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, all the others were decided in June 24th when they all qualified and they didn't have an opponent. And then there's also Linden. Yes, Linden. So let's go over to that for a second. Here we go. There's Linden. I took that picture, actually. I got bit by ants, too, because I stood in an ant bed to get that picture on the side of the road. But, what am I talking about? What I do for you guys. All right. Linden's mayor faces a runoff. So incumbent Gwendolyn Rogers will be facing Charles Moore. And it was a 60-vote difference.
You think your vote doesn't count?
You think your vote doesn't matter? We're looking at some pretty small numbers. We're some small towns in our little fun market.
Yeah, exactly, and that even means that your vote counts that much more.
That's right. All right. So that is our election roundup. We'll be talking about it again, of course. Runoff election September 23rd.